Now, we all know that gun violence is a huge problem in West Michigan and across the nation. We all want to keep our children safe, and there's a special camp designed to give our kids tools and resources to end the cycle of gun violence within Kalamazoo. Now, we are talking about the Urban Alliance Life Camps. Welcome to James Harris to tell us more about how to get our kiddos involved. James, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us about these camps. That you guys have done some sessions already. You've got more sessions to come. What will kids experience?
Man, young people will, first of all, have a great time. So we have a combination of activities and then also education. You know, so they really enjoy the Nerf gun fights, the water gun fights, right? Paintball. They have an opportunity to shoot a paintball gun at non-human targets. And also, what's really dear to me is kids have an opportunity to express their emotions about gun violence in our community by writing Dear Shooter letters, you know, to individuals who may be contemplating pulling the trigger or who have actually done that. But these letters are letters of compassion and not condemnation, try to encourage. And then the education part, you know, we have our Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety come in and talk about gun violence and gun usage. We have a hunter that comes in and talks. We have individuals that come in and also talk about being licensed to carry, you know, so we're really trying to educate the young people about gun usage, because it's not necessarily the gun that's the problem, it's the hand that the gun is in. So if we can teach them, you know, that our hands are meant to heal, you know, to hug, to give high fives, to cuddle, and so forth, I think that we can move the needle as it relates to eradicating gun violence.
Absolutely. Yeah. And talk a little bit more about the education piece as well, because, you know, obviously, yes, the hand is the one responsible, but I think a lot of these kids maybe don't understand a gun and what it does and how this education can hopefully help them and help other peers as well.
Yeah, and like I stated is, you know, it's just so many recreational usages for guns. You know, I've shot a gun before at a gun range, sure. You know, and I walked away. I wasn't hurt. No one else was hurt. You know, the police wasn't looking for me, you know, and then, you know, hunting is the same way. You know, going to a shooting range is the same way. So we're just trying to teach kids that you can do this recreationally,
yeah.
And not recklessly, you know, hurting individuals.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so how can kids get involved? This is totally free.
Yeah, this is totally free, you know, and young people can get involved by going to Urban Alliance website and registering there. They have to register in order to participate, okay. Or the adults have to register them. And our next Life Camp is actually next Tuesday. You know, and I do want to say this, before each Life Camp, we always have a march that's student-led in our community, and they did an amazing job, you know, last month. You know, so you have the march that leads up to the actual camp that takes place normally on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so talk to us a little bit. You've done this before in years past. You've done it already this summer. What is the reaction from the students after they've gone through something like this?
Man, I'm not making this up. They love the camp, you know, and I'm finding out that young people want us to believe in them and to give them a platform for their voice to be heard, because normally, whose voices do you hear when it's about gun violence? Ours, adults. You know, but young people really want that platform, you know, and they don't want their voice silenced. So they just really enjoy being like an advocate for life at the Life Camps.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And they are impacted just as much as we are.
Most definitely. By you saying that, I'm thinking of two siblings that came to the last camp. You know, their father was murdered last year, you know, and when that happened, you know, we saw that their life just kind of like depressed and stressed out. Went to their middle school to promote the Life Camp, and this individual came up to me. I didn't even know it was the same guy.
Oh my
you
gosh.
know, but this time around, him and his sister were a part of the podcast that we do during the camp, you know, giving the kids an opportunity again to express their emotions and then to give us some type of instructions on how we can help our community.
I love that. I love that. We got to give these kids a voice.
We have to. They're so powerful. And we need them so bad, you know. So we're really just trying to create this peer-to-peer education, you know, because they're in some circles that we'll probably never be in. You know, so if we can influence the influencer, you know, maybe we can move the needle a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. There are some certain age restrictions. Who is this good for? Who can attend?
11 to 16-year-olds can attend. And the reason why we went that direction is because the CDC reports, you know, that homicide is the second leading cause of death, you know, for individuals between the ages of 15 and 24. But normally when gun violence happens amongst young people, the age 11 through 17 is normally someone that was their friend.
Sure.
That committed the homicide against them or whatever. You know, so we're trying to start young and move the needle there, and hopefully as they grow, you know, they can help us continue to create a safe community.
Thank you so much, James, for all you do. And this camp, you got several sessions left. You want to learn more, UrbanAllianceKalamazoo.org. There are the dates there. We'll be right back.